Tonight, police in Ohio are releasing new body cam footage showing a man who became unresponsive during his arrest, was later pronounced dead at a hospital. His last words heard in the footage, "I can't breathe." In the video, we hear Frank Tyson yell those words out at least 7 times as cops try to subdue him, with one officer putting a knee on his upper back for about 40 seconds. We are only going to show you that moment once, and we have to warn you here, it is incredibly disturbing.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't. Get on my neck. I can't breathe.
That's the stories right there. I'll be glad I appreciate it for you.
Okay. I can't breathe.
You're fine. Yep. Shut up.
This all happened last Thursday when Tyson allegedly crashed his car into a pole in Canton before running into a nearby bar. You can see here police finding the damaged pole and what they say is Tyson's car nearby before bystanders directed the officers into the bar where Tyson was. An altercation, a tussle between Tyson and the officers starts nearly immediately. That's when they start trying to take him to the ground. The coroner says Tyson's cause of death is still pending. The officers involved are on paid administrative leave while officials investigate. There is, of course, some very obvious overlap with the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis here, who was murdered by a police officer who kept his knee on Floyd's neck for nearly 10 minutes as he, too, cried out, "I can't breathe." Floyd's death and his last words becoming a rallying cry for the Black Lives Matter movement, spurring huge protests against police brutality in this country. NBC's Dana Griffin is following this one for us. And Dana, we'll get to that overlap again, not an apples-to-apples comparison, but let's start with this video, which shows almost everything from start to finish over the course of 35 minutes. Explain that and where things go from here.
Yeah, and I want to walk you through that timeline. And I think there are 3 key moments here when you look through this video that lasted some 35 minutes from the time they arrived. 40 seconds, an officer kept his knee on Frank Tyson's back. And then it took about 5 minutes, 29 seconds between the time he last said, "I cannot breathe," and the first time we actually see officers check his pulse. An additional 3 minutes go by before they start doing CPR. Now, I think what's most disturbing about this video, as you mentioned, they weren't holding him down for several minutes as people pleaded with officers to ask them to get off, but it's the what happened after he was in handcuffs. And you notice that he was very combative, yelling out, "Call the sheriff." And there's actually a woman in that video who says, "No, they're here to help you." So it's clear that he's in some sort of mental crisis or health crisis here. And even when officers get him handcuffed, he doesn't make a peep. To go from being so combative to not saying a word should have been the first indication. You later see the officers making jokes about, at least one of those officers making a joke about always wanting to be in a bar fight. And it wasn't until they looked down and realized something's not right here that they finally call an ambulance. But it still took several minutes, even after that ambulance was called, for them to start administering CPR. Listen to what else they said during that body cam video.
Did he calm down?
Yeah, he might be out.
Breathing? Does he have a pulse?
I didn't feel one. Can you tell medics to step it up? It was not responsive. I don't know if I can feel a pulse.
So both of those Canton police officers are now on paid administrative leave as the department investigates. And actually, there's a state department that's actually taking over this investigation. And the mayor says that they plan to be very transparent about what comes out in that investigation. Hallie?
We talked about how Tyson's death is coming nearly at the 4-year anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. There were so many promises of police reform back then, including, in some instances, the suggestion for reforming tactics that restrict the way that a suspect can breathe. Talk us through that piece of this, Dana.
Yeah, and I think, Hallie, just those haunting words of "I can't breathe," we've heard in several cases where people were killed they died after pleading with officers to help them. And this was the same plea that this man made in this video. And I think with a lot of police departments after the murder of George Floyd, there were talks about, you got rid of the carotid chokehold because of what happened to George Floyd. There was talks about not keeping detainees in that prone position with their faces down. A moment you saw this person with his face in the carpet. And so it raises the questions of why was he not flipped over? Why was he not checked on immediately after being put in those handcuffs? And a lot of those questions will hopefully be answered in this investigation. Hallie?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.